Okay, yeah, this might seem a little crazy, but I just put an enterprise NAS in my house. My lab has a big NAS. This thing's amazing. 16 hard drive bays, an 8-core Xeon processor, 2 10-gig Ethernet ports.
Ooh, isn't she beautiful? And you know, I think you need one, a NAS. Now, maybe not one as big as this. Maybe, I don't know. It could be something as small as this one. Or as small as this one. So in this video, I'm gonna convince you why you need a NAS in your house, in your business, whatever. And I'll show you how my NAS here is crucial to how I do my YouTube business, how I run it. So yeah, let's get nasty.
This thing, it's my new baby, and it's crucial to how I run my YouTube business. Now, what is a NAS, and why do you need one? NAS stands for Network Attached Storage. Now really, a NAS is just, well, it's just this. This is an external hard drive. We all have these, right? The hard drives in our laptops and our desktops just don't have enough storage for all the stuff we have, so we all end up with one of these. So a NAS is kind of like an external hard drive, but one main difference. Actually, there's a lot of differences, but one main one is that, when you connect your external hard drive to your computer or your laptop or whatever, it's gonna be via USB, right? Man, I can never get these right. There we go. A NAS is not like that. It's network attached, meaning no USB. You're connecting to your storage over the network, over your home network, over Wi-Fi. That's why my storage is not here, plugged into my desktop here. No, it's in my storage closet, or my clothes closet, actually. Oh, and by the way, a NAS is so much more than just an external hard drive than what this thing does. We'll cover that. But hold on a second. Why do that? Because your external hard drive is probably working fine, right? Like USB, not a big deal. Why do I have to access my hard drive over the internet, over the network? You know what? I'm gonna make a big assumption here. I'm gonna assume that your external hard drive isn't working for you all that great. I can say that because mine wasn't working all that great for me either. Neither. I never know when to say those. Someone comment below on grammar. I need help with that.
Either.
But anyways, I've got 3 huge reasons why I think you need a NAS. It's why I decided to get a NAS and ditch my external hard drives. Because we all have more than one, don't we? Because we have to. And these 3 reasons apply to you if you're a person, or even if you have a business. So here we go. Reason number 1, I ran out of storage. I was tired of buying all these external hard drives, keeping up with them. When I had to go somewhere, I had to remember what video was on which drive, and it drove me crazy. So that's reason number 1 why I ditched my external hard drives. Reason number 2, I'm scared. I'm scared of losing my data. Hold on. If this thing fails, if I lose it somewhere, if I throw it at a wall during a YouTube video, I might lose all this data. And this is the only place that data lives. That's terrifying. Does that describe you right now?
Yes.
Don't worry, there is help. We'll talk about that here in a moment. And reason number 3, and this really tied into my business needs, I needed access to my data everywhere, all the time, from any computer. And not just for me, I work with video editors.
Hello.
I have to give them my files when I finish a YouTube video, like this one right now. In fact, this video will be using the process I'll show you here in a bit, and why I rely on my NAS so much. I love it. Oh my, get one. Anyways, let's keep going. There's one more reason, but it's like bonus. I wanna do cool stuff. You see, a NAS is so much more than just an external hard drive. You can have some fun like Plex server, DHCP, Docker, all kinds of stuff. It's fantastic, especially for business, and also especially for home personal use, especially for everything. You need a NAS, did I say that? So I will cover how a NAS helps with those 3 reasons, but bonus, I'm gonna show you what I do that's really cool in my environment and why I can't live without a NAS. Anyways, here we go. How does it help with storage when I run out of external hard drives? I'm gonna break something. So a USB external hard drive is just one hard drive. A NAS is a bay of a number of hard drives, depending on what you get. For example, my first NAS I got had 3 slots that I could add hard drives to. For my configuration, each one of these drives is actually 8 terabytes. Woo! So depending on what model of NAS you get, your storage problems are basically over. And you can go small, like for example, here's what I give my video editors, and I don't know what I'm gonna show you on the screen. I've got one right here. This is a Synology DS220J. Let me pop it open for you real quick. This guy costs about 200 bucks, and inside of this bad boy, are 2 regular internal hard drives that you might put into your computer. These are actually 4 terabytes each, 8 terabytes of storage, and this little guy right here. Now graduating from an external hard drive to something like this, yeah, it's awesome. But you can go bigger. This is more for home personal use, but as you saw in my closet, I don't have a small home business use. I've got a massive server that's used for businesses. So yeah, you can start small, go as small as 1 bay in the DS120J, move up in the world, go bigger. You can graduate up to their Plus series, which, whoo, look at these bad boys. This is the first one I had right here. And dang, look at how many drives are here. Oh my gosh. So you can move up to the small and mid-sized business, which, yeah, these guys are pretty killer. You're gonna put these suckers in your network rack, 12 bays of hard drive goodness. Got the SA series or XS series, giving you more processing power. Got the Plus series. Man, look at that sucker. And then of course, if you're crazy like me, you've got the Enterprise model. The FS series are crazy. They're insanely fast. Look at all those IOPS, which is how we measure the speed of hard drives and how they read stuff. SA series is awesome, and then here's mine. This sucker's so big. The RS4021 XS Plus. Whew. It's got 16 bays built in, and it can go up to 40 bays with an expansion. Now, most of the NASs you can buy an expansion if you're out of space. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Why do I need a NAS when I can just use the cloud? And when I say the cloud, I mean like Google Drive, Amazon S3. If I need storage, I can just pay for more storage in the cloud. That's actually a great option. And for me as a personal, person and a business, I actually use both. I use a NAS and the cloud. I'll show you how I do that here in a moment, but this actually bleeds into my next reason why you need a NAS, why I needed a NAS. I'm scared, man. If you have all your precious family memories on something like this, if you have your business stuff, your files, your videos, on something like this, or maybe it's better than this, but maybe not as good as this, or what I have in my closet, then you gotta be careful, man, because there's an old saying in IT, 2 is 1, 1 is none. I'm not saying okay, I'm saying 0. And what I mean is if you have one hard drive, that means you have one single point of failure, and if this dies, all the stuff you had on it, that's precious memories gone, that's business data gone, that's me working on a YouTube video, it was on here, and then poof, it disappears, and that sucks. It's happened to me before. Why do you think I have so many NASs? Or is it NI? Like, how do you say plural of NAS? I don't know. So here's where a NAS helps me not be so scared. Check it out. On a NAS, you've got hard drives, right? Just like this external hard drive. But the way you configure these hard drives makes all the difference. There's a technology called RAID. R-A-I-D. It stands for Redundant Array of Independent Disks. It's a technology we've used in IT for a very long time. And basically, it's how we take multiple hard drives, multiple disks, and combine them. Now, I'm not gonna cover all the levels. There are RAID levels 1, 0, 5. We're not gonna do that. But I will say that the most common one you'll wanna use on your NAS is RAID 5. And what this does is it combines all your disks in a way to where they all are one logical disk. When you throw something on there, like a video or a picture, it will look like one hard drive. But with RAID 5, if one of your hard drives were to fail, which this does happen, hard drives fail. If one drive fails, you're still okay. All your stuff is still there. Yeah, you wanna go hurry up and install a new hard drive and it will rebuild itself. But that's the kind of peace of mind I want. If one of my drives do fail, I'm still okay, I'm still alive. Let me show you what it looks like in Synology. This is my big enterprise boy right here. I wanna jump into my storage manager here. Now before you comment, I'm not in any danger. It does say danger, I know. It's because I'm using a brand of hard drive that isn't on Synology's official list. I do recommend that you use the official hard drives they recommend, but they were the only ones I could get at the time. Whatever, here we go. But you can see right now, I've got 20.9 terabytes of storage available, and I'm in a RAID 5 with data protection. Heck yes. On my personal NAS, I actually do something different. I'm using SHR or Synology Hybrid RAID. It's our special brand of RAID that does some special stuff. And by special stuff, I mean it does some cool stuff with redundancy and helping you save space. Anyways, you can read more about it in the link below. Now, I've got to admit something. I'm still scared because I get to thinking, man, what if this whole thing fails? Unlikely, but dude, things happen. Power outages, God forbid a fire, I mean, all kinds of stuff. That's why I'm a big proponent for hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud's great for business, no matter what size you are. Small, medium, large, enterprise, and also it's kind of great if you're just a person that needs to back up their photos and videos and whatever you have. Now, hybrid cloud is a buzzword and it means a lot of stuff. For me, it means that I'm using both a private cloud, which for me is my Synology, and some public cloud, which might be Google Drive, which is actually what I'm using right now. And this is where not all NASs, I still can't say this, network attached storage devices are not all made the same. Sure, at the core, they're all hard drives combining together with RAID technology, but the software that goes on top of them will change the game. That's where Synology really, really shines. Something I immediately took advantage of the second I got a Synology was the backup to cloud. Let me show you real quick. So right now I use their Cloud Sync service. I'm gonna go ahead and launch it real quick. Cloud Sync is exactly what it sounds like. I sync my stuff with the cloud. Whatever I decide to sync from my Synology, it goes up to the cloud, and yeah, I've got some stuff up there, 17 gigs. I'm sorry, 17 terabytes in the cloud. And you're probably thinking, Chuck, dang, 17 terabytes in Google Drive, that's crazy. Actually, it's not that crazy if you are a business. I do run a lot of my business using Google Workspace, Business Gmail, and Drive. And if you do happen to pay for that, you get unlimited drive storage, which by the way, is kind of a hack. If you sign up for this, it's only $10 a month per user for a business account. For a while there, it was just me and I had unlimited Google Drive storage, $10 a month. Do that math, man. It's better than any other service right now. I've got a link below if you want to check it out. But anyways, what I love about this is that as soon as I put something on my Synology, bam, it's being uploaded to the cloud. I got that sucker backed up. Like, you want to see it? Watch. I do have file shares on Synology and they're mounted to my Windows machine here. Just jump in there and take a look. If I were to add a file to one of my video editing projects here, just gonna copy it over real quick. And it's wicked fast because it's got 20 gigs of awesomeness. Anyways, watch, here it goes. Actually, it's doing two things. We'll talk more about that here in a second. But bam, it's immediately syncing to the cloud. And that was fast. I've got gigabit internet. It's awesome. Now, as a person or a small business, you do have options on where you can back up stuff too. If I click the plus sign here, everything from Dropbox to Box, S3 storage, Azure storage, you got options. Now I do want to talk about this other thing that's still syncing up here. What is that? This bleeds right into my next reason as to why I went with the NAS. I needed my files to be accessed everywhere. Oh, it's already done. Anyways, everywhere, all the time and from any computer. My Synology NAS solved this problem in multiple ways, but my favorite thing I can do right now is get my files to my video editor ASAP. So right there, I just synced a 2 gig video file to my video editor's house. He's not even there. Like, he's at someone else's house right now. I know this. Hi, Austin. But with no input from him, bam, right to his house. Because at Austin's house lives one of these. I bought him a Synology NAS, and I have it set up to where I've got folders on here that are synced directly to his Synology. Bam, bam, they sync back and forth. Now what this does for me is first, it gets my files directly to Austin ASAP. I don't have to say, hey Austin, here's a link, come download my stuff and wait for him to do that. No, it just happens. I'm like, hey Austin, work on this video for me. It's already at your stinking house. How cool is that? The second thing it does is it gives me peace of mind because my stuff immediately gets backed up to another site. Offsite backup. If I happen to accidentally delete this file over here, in my house, and then maybe in the cloud, it would still be at Austin's house. Whew, isn't that amazing? And also, I'm gonna be adding this sucker to another video editor's house. And I'm gonna have files backed up to their place as well. How cool is that? And in case you're wondering, it's done through Synology's Drive Share Sync, and it's ridiculously easy to use. Now, I want you to notice something real quick. Notice how it's connected. It's connected via the internet. So most of the time you might think, oh, well, I don't have a VPN connection between my friends' houses or maybe my business offices. You don't have to have that. Between my NAS here in my house and Austin's house, where he has a NAS, this is just the big bad wide internet. Nothing special. Now it is secure, but Synology handles all that for me, which is pretty freaking cool. Now also, as the guy who manages like all these NASs now, like if you're keeping count, I've got 2 in my house and then 2 elsewhere, so 4 NASs. NASi, NAI, I don't know. Anyways, there is a really cool way to manage them. They have an app here. Let me scroll through my apps. Central Management System, and I can see all of them right here. Go to my servers, there they are. Check their network, their volumes, what applications are installed. I can see if they have updates they need to have applied. I mean, it's awesome, right? Now, yeah, I know, I sound like a big Synology fanboy. I don't care. I've been using Synology for a long time, and what they do is pretty amazing. And I depend on them for my business. So you know what? I don't care. Now real quick, back to having my files be available everywhere from wherever I'm at. You might be wondering, well Chuck, how can you access your files from outside your house? I understand how you might be able to access your stuff on your network when you're on it, but when you're away, what do? Do you use like VPN or something? No. In fact, anyone can access my NAS from anywhere. Check this out. First, for me to access this portal, it's actually pretty stinking easy. They have what's called a quick connect address, easy for me to say, which will get you connected directly to your NAS, no problem. Easy, doesn't require punching a hole through your NAT in your firewall, doesn't require any router config, it just works. And also, when I want to share just like maybe one file with somebody, like for example, I'm collaborating with Synology on this video, they do want to take a look at it before I show it to you, so how would I share that video with them? This might be a way right here. I'll go into my file station, which I'm, of course, if you haven't noticed by now, I'm managing all this in a browser. Really easy. I'll go into my file share here. And let's say, for example, this dark web website I want to share with them. I'll just right click this and say share. Now I'm not gonna show you the entire file name because you'll be able to see some stuff I don't want you to see, but this file can be accessed from anywhere. Now notice it does show my relative path on my Synology. So if I were to navigate to it from here on my home network, that's how I get to it. But from anywhere else, this is the guy. I can add a password to it. I can share with my individual users on my system here, or just have a simple password. When I save that, let's see what happens. I'm gonna access this sucker from outside my network, and just like this, bam, there it is, I can download it. Now you're probably thinking, Chuck, why do this? You can just share it with Google Drive, right? I mean, all your stuff's being uploaded to Google Drive. Yeah, sure. I actually prefer this though, because it's often faster and more convenient. And there's one big thing I hate about Google Drive, like with a passion, and that's what it does when I upload a bunch of files. So for example, I might be sharing a project file with somebody, and it has a number of files, file 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. When someone tries to download those files, Google Drive will compress it to a zip, which takes forever, and then finally let you download it. But it doesn't only just do that, it takes all these files and like messes them up. Like, I mean, it doesn't break them, but it like puts them in weird orders, renames them, which is super annoying, especially for video editing projects. So that's why I definitely prefer Synology when I share files with people. And then one more thing, this one's kind of killer. This thing isn't always on, right? Like I have to plug this in and be connected to it. It has to power up, get USB power, like whatever. My NAS, however, is always on, always there, always ready to give me my files when I need them. So anyways, by now, I think you should probably be convinced, like you need a NAS, right? You're running out of storage, you're scared, and you need more access to your stuff. A NAS will do that, and if you wanna go extra like I do, hybrid cloud, backing up stuff to your NAS and to the cloud, that's an obvious win, do that. But not for some of the bonus stuff, the stuff that is really freaking cool. Both for business and personal, let me show you real quick. Now first, this actually kind of ties into, I'm scared. My computer has been having some crazy issues lately. Like one day I came in here, I tried to turn it on and it did not turn on. Scared the crap out of me. Now it turned out to be a simple power supply issue. I replaced my power supply, I'm golden, but if it wasn't, like if my hard drive just died or my motherboard fried or whatever, what would I have done? I have a lot of important stuff on there, I would have been screwed. But I wasn't. Another Synology feature I love is their backup feature. I can back up my PC, which let me show you. I'm gonna open up another app here. They have a ton of apps, it's so cool. It's called Active Backup for Business. Let's open that. Now obviously it's great for a business, but you can actually use it as a personal person. It doesn't matter. If you have a Synology NAS, it's gonna be there. But notice what I can do here. I can back up PCs, Windows PCs, physical servers, virtual machines, file servers. So check out what I have here. My massive machine here, I've got that sucker backed up. It'll back up every week. It backs up on a schedule. I don't have to worry about it. So if this thing does happen to just croak on me, I can restore my stuff from Synology. I backed up my virtual machines. Check this out. Synology will integrate directly with VMware vSphere, which is ESXi, Hyper-V, and I've done that. I've got 2 ESXi hosts here. Synology will jump in there and see those individual virtual machines and back them up for me. So like right now I've got my domain controllers in my house, they're backed up in case I lose these. It was still backing up, 96%, almost done. So for personal use, no brainer, right? Like you got some special important files you want backed up. As a business, oh my gosh, yeah, back up your PCs. Give a Synology to your employees, take it home so they can back up their computers there. You can have those Synologies back up to your central Synology at HQ. Oh, it's so cool. And of course, backing up your virtual machines, clear win. Now, having a NAS isn't all about just data and backing up things and storage. You could have some fun too. So let me show you. On my personal NAS here, let me get logged back in. Yes, I have dedicated this one to my personal use now. And yeah, it is secure. You can have 2-factor authentication. You should always have that. One of my favorite apps I have running on the sucker is Plex Media Server. If you don't know what Plex is, it's basically a way to have your own movie library, your own Netflix, so you can watch from the comfort of your home. Even if your internet goes out, man, you got Plex Media Server, you're solid. Back to business here. This NAS can do so much. It's a little ridiculous. Now I say back to my business one, I have these same apps available on my personal one too. I've done it before with no problems. But some things you can do. First of all, you can run virtual machines on this. I'll just open that service up real quick. I've actually got a load balancer running in this sucker, Kemp, which is my last video. If you want to check that out, link below and up somewhere over here. You can run Docker images right here. It's awesome. I have a couple running right now, actually. Let me see. Yeah, I'm running Ubuntu and a website I was testing. Let me just jump in there real quick. Bam, I'm accessing a container. So cool. And then of course, some super serious business stuff, like you can run a legit LDAP server, which you normally might run off like a Microsoft server, like Microsoft Active Directory, but you can do the same thing on the NAS in your house that you're gonna buy, right? You can run your own LDAP in your house, you can run your own DNS server, and getting even more businessy again, back to the business waters here, you can have iSCSI. You can have storage for your virtual machines on your Synology, which I actually have right now if I log into ESXi. VMware's portal. Here under my storage, I've got Synology as a data store. So when I create a virtual machine, it can use Synology, which is attached via the network. It can use that as its storage, as its main disk. And you can do this with any Synology. Of course, it'll perform amazingly awesome with the bigger models, like the one I have, the F series, the XS series, and ABCDF series, like all those amazing ones. And seriously, I could spend all day here talking about the apps on Synology. They even have an app store. Let me go to it. And they have a lot more than what I'm talking about here. Like you can have two Synologies that are the same and have HA or high availability. But anyways, the last thing I want to focus on is Synology Drive. So let me jump into it real quick. Synology Drive is Synology's answer to Google Drive. You can have your own version of Google Drive in your house or in your business. It will function just like Google Drive or Box or whatever you use. You can have team folders, users with access to their own drives. There's an awesome app that gives you access to everything, and it's wicked fast. So yeah, NAS. NASs. NASi. NAI. They're amazing. I depend on my Synology NAS for my business every single day. I love having quick access to all my files right here in my house. I love being able to share my files quickly and easily with all my teammates, being able to share it with my clients from anywhere in the world, and also do a ton of other stuff. It's needed, it's required for me. Now for you, you might just be a person with personal use cases for storage. Please do me a favor and get rid of this. I mean, wait until you get a NAS first, then you can transfer all your data to it, but you owe it to yourself to back up your data and have some protection, right? Because you gotta be a little scared if you're just living off this. Plus, if you're a nerd like me, oh my goodness, you can have an entire home lab on that NAS, running Docker containers, running DNS, you can run your own VPN, LDAP, Plex, and I can keep going. You can do so much. And then of course, as a business, like me, you can get a serious NAS, a serious server that can meet all your data needs, making sure your data is redundant and secure. You can have HA, you can have offsite backup, things are fast. I mean, you can do so much. So if you're a person or a business, or if you have any kind of data that you don't want to lose, then yeah, get a NAS. Do hybrid cloud, do the whole shebang, make sure your stuff's protected. Anyways, let me know what you think of the video in the comments below. Do you have a NAS? How do you use it? Do you not have a NAS? Why don't you have one? Let me know why you don't have one. I can't find a good reason for you not to have one. And of course, if you want to learn more about Synology and what they do and how they can help your business, link below as well. But yeah, that's about all I got today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and do all that YouTube stuff. You know, you gotta hack the algorithm, ethically, of course. And if you want to support more of what I do here, making educational tech content on YouTube, consider signing up for my membership, link below, buying some coffee, NetworkChuck.coffee, merch, whatever. Anyways, yeah, that's all I have. I've had too much coffee. I'm gonna keep drinking, I don't care. Still good. I'll catch you guys next time.